What's up, everybody? This is Sandbox Quint. Today we're going to be looking at some Shroud of the Avatar, and in particular the deck system for this game, because holy crap, when you get into this game and you first start messing around with the deck system, it can be really confusing because I've never seen anything like it in a game before. Currently hanging out in the Chaos Crossroads. This is my guild's town. It's actually player owned. Guild leader lives right up there. This is my house here. This town is open PvP. It's located right outside of Kingsport, so if you are playing Shroud of the Avatar, you want some good PvP action, come on through. It's a little dead right now. I'm recording this really early in the morning. But anyways, let's get back in the house in case anyone does roll by. So, what is the deck system? Well, the deck system is a unique combat system to this game, and it allows you to really customize your character in a way that you want to do it. It also allows for very kind of randomized gameplay, sort of, I guess if you think about if you're playing cards, you know, and you get a hand of cards, and let's take a look. This is what I'm talking about. So you see these, these abilities are locked. Now you don't want to keep a lot of abilities locked, because what happens is it costs a lot more focus to cast a locked ability, which is your mana, your resource, than an unlocked ability. You know, these are in the 4 to 3 range, and these are like 11, you know. The only reason I keep these locked is for either combos or their spells I need. So you see here I have my pet. Here's an ability called Enlightenment. Now, you notice how my pet turned a different color around the border when Enlightenment popped up. That is because I can take my regular skeleton, drag it over here to Enlightenment and combo that ability, and now my regular skeleton has become a skeleton mage. Check it out. And that is why I keep my skeleton locked, because I always want to have a pet with me, whether it's a caster or a fighter. I want that there. But I do like to have my mage pop up every once in a while. So, you know, I'll cast him whenever this pops up. Now, the reason I don't lock both of these spells is because you cannot combo a locked two abilities that are locked. One of them has to be unlocked. It makes for that more randomized gameplay, which is fun. But as you see here, all these abilities are popping up. You know, now here's another combo. This turned orange when Fiery Arrow or Fire Arrow popped up. That's the reason. That's the only reason I keep this ability locked in my hotbar, is for when Fire Arrow pops up. Drag that over. Now this becomes Fiery Decay. This is a very powerful dot. It's a game changer in PvP, PvE, whatever. It's strong enough for me to have this thing locked. I never cast Death Ray. It's basically just a lock spot on my bar to give me a chance to get Fiery Decay. So let's dive in and take a look at how the deck system actually works here. Because, like I said, it can be really confusing. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. I don't understand. In case you're wondering about the combos, they have every combo in the game listed right here. So you can kind of look up, you know, these are the abilities, and these are the two that make it. So, Skeletal Mage, Enlightenment, Summon Skeleton, equals Skeletal Mage. Anyways, okay. This box right here on the right-hand side, this is your actual deck. The number of cards you need to keep in your deck is based on your level, I believe, which I'm level 33 right now. So let's see what happens when I take a Death Touch out of here. Clear that. Okay, 24 glyphs, I'm okay. 23. So I need to have at least 24 glyphs, which are your cards, in here at any given time. Otherwise, in these random spots, I'll start to get slugs. What a slug is just looks like a piece of rock that pops up. It's like a gray card, and it means you can do nothing with that. So I don't want any slugs. You want to keep the minimum amount of cards in your deck, but not get any slugs. So let me put my Death Touches back over here. Okay. So if this is your pool of cards that are in your deck right here, these are all of your abilities. As you level up, depending on the skill and the spells and stuff you use, you gain abilities. So my guy is pretty much focused on blades, heavy armor, and death magic, with a little bit of fire magic and a little bit of life for some heals. So as you cast heal, you gain points in heal. This is my heal level of healing ray. It's level 15. Healing touch is level 30. And I think these go up to 150, but I'm not really sure yet. I'm still learning this myself. But holy crap, man, this game is awesome. So, okay. These are what go in here. And these are what go over here. You drag them. So depending on the level of your spell, you see here, 0 out of 3, 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 0 out of 2. So this is the total amount of this card that you can have over here. And the more of this card you have over here, the more likely it is to pop up down here in your random hotbar. Now you say, what is all this stacked abilities and all that stuff? Okay, so out of your deck, you can dictate where cards go. So numbers 1 and 2, these are primarily my weapon combat abilities, and you know, I have them set up for combos and stuff. So you know, I kind of have the same abilities in each one of these 2 bars. So rend, thrust, double slash, whirling blades. Now I do have a death touch in every one because death touch is sort of my life tap, and that's kind of, you know, I'm building a Shadow Knight here. Coup de grace, body slam, which is a heavy armor ability. You basically slam yourself into the enemy and stun them. That's a really, really good ability. And fire arrow. Now the only reason I keep fire arrow in all 3 of these slots is to combo with this to get that dot, like I said earlier. So the way I've got myself built up, these are my attack abilities. These are a few magic abilities. This is kind of mainly just for fire arrow, life tap, and then I threw in this searing ray just to kind of help level up some of my fire tree passives, because a lot of people use that fiery decay dot in PvP. So I want to get my down here. I need to get this to 10 in order to unlock my fire resistance passives. So I need to get this one here. So that's the only reason why I got a little extra fire magic in here right now. Now these locked abilities, you know, like I was saying before, you don't want to lock abilities because it does cost more, but sometimes it's really important to have a couple locked abilities on your bar. The reason for that is you need stuff that you can get to quickly. If you're about to die and you're an entirely randomized bar and you don't get that heal to pop up at the right moment, you're going to die. So it's always good to have a heal here. I also keep a root locked because I like to have that when I need it. If I'm fighting someone and they're trying to run away from me, you know, or actually another good thing about root, it's a great taunt in PvE. You slap a root on something, man, that thing will instantly start fighting you. So I'm kind of a tank, you know. This death ray, like I said, I don't use this at all. The only reason it is locked on my bar is to give me access to fiery decay when fire arrow pops up somewhere over here. And then my skeleton, you know, like I was saying earlier, I like to have a pet up at all times. When this pops up, boom, I get a skeleton mage. That's great bonus, you know. These are my self buffs for strength. And even enlightenment, sometimes I'll just cast it on myself because it's a huge intelligence buff. But I like to combo my buffs kind of together. Sorry. So that's pretty much it for this deck system. This is my deck. So I've got combat abilities, life tap, and fiery arrow. These are all my defensive abilities here. So basically what you do is you drag them over here, then you drag them down here to build. Let's see if I have, what's parry up to? I've got 2 of 2 in parry, so okay. You don't want to get too many cards over here, because what can happen is sometimes when you're fighting, it gets too random. You know, you start getting more of one spell than another. You need to find a balance. You know, I like a lot of death touches just because it sort of defines me as a class, as well as, you know, it's a life tap. I mean, you're doing magic damage to someone, but you're also getting health back. So that's good to have popping up because it keeps you alive a little bit longer. And then yeah, your abilities here. Now, let me show you another deck here. This is a fully randomized deck. So when you start the game, they give you this combat deck here. When you start the game, this is what they give you, but it's not like this. It's actually got like it's a fully locked deck for abilities. You know, they'll have a few attacks, and then they got a heal and a buff and a couple potions, and that, you know, it's just completely locked. You don't want to go with that. I mean, they do that because they know that this can be really overwhelming to someone who's new to the game. So basically, when you're building a deck, you're just, you know, dragging abilities down here like this. You know, let's do that. Okay, I also want Body Slam to come up, and this dictates what comes up in these numbers, you know. Let's do, here's my defensive tree right here, you know, so only these 3 abilities are going to be popping up in here. Let's see what we want to do. Let's do a fire line. We'll do Immolation, Flame Fist, Fire Arrow right there. Let's see what else we got. Rend. We'll throw Rend down here. I'm kind of just rebuilding my other deck. Oh, Parry. Let's throw Parry down in here. You know. And then, yeah, okay, let's do a Root. We're going to lock that guy because you want Root. Let me see. Do we have a heal in here? Let's throw Healing Touch over here. But now, if you're going to have a spell like Healing Touch locked, you don't need to drag it over 3 times because it's always up. You know, if I drag Death Touch over here 3 times, that means it's more likely to come up in this hotbar here because there are 3 cards. You can think of it like a deck of cards, and every time these abilities pop up or down, you know, you're getting dealt a new hand, kind of, you know. It can be really exciting, really fun combat. I didn't like it at first. I was like, this is stupid. Why did it even give us this, and blah blah blah, and, you know, and after playing with it for a while, it's like you kind of get excited when I was like, oh man, my combo's up. Yeah, you throw the combo out, you know. So yeah, just be patient with it, you know, figure it out, learn it. I mean, it's Shroud of the Avatar is one of those games that I haven't had this much fun playing MMO since Ultima Online, really. It's got a great community, and, you know, just the ability to kind of create and customize your own character. It's amazing. So that's it. That's the deck system. If you guys have any questions, please post in the comments below. If there's anything that I forgot to talk about, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of winging this. One of my buddies that started playing the game, he's like, dude, I can't figure this deck system out. So this is kind of, you know, to help him out. You know, throw a little structure on what can be very chaotic. The other thing, oh yeah, you don't want to go fully randomized. I don't know if I mentioned this or not already, but if I did, sorry. So you see how there was no abilities. So you see right here, any glyph. Okay, I'm going to equip this. I'm going to show you what can happen. All right. Pull out your weapon. Now, over here, where it said any ability, that means any ability that's in that right-hand side deck pool can pop up here. Now, a lot of players will just throw a bunch of abilities in there and leave their deck fully randomized. Don't do that. You need a heal locked on there. You know, at least one heal. That's the most important thing, is just have a heal locked on there. So, let me see something here. Okay. Show you guys this. This is what a slug looks like. I'm sure we'll get some. There we go. So you don't want slugs, because that's dead air. Dead space. You can't do anything with those guys. They're just taking up an ability slot in your bar. So always keep the minimum amount of cards in your deck. Even if you don't drag them into a hotbar, you don't want to get a deck full of slugs. Not good. So, anyways, that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, comment in the video below. I know I kind of rambled at certain points, but it's early. So, but I hope this helps you guys. I hope this helps somebody at least because this game is great, deserves to be played, and it can be very daunting at first once you get into the world. And if you don't understand, just ask someone in the community. Everyone that I've met in this game is extremely, extremely helpful. So thanks again. See you guys in Shroud.